I put a lot of pressure on myself. I think something's not good enough, and I won't stop until I feel like I've made it. I'm never satisfied. I've always been an underdog. I feel like I beat the odds. I always feel like it's two key ingredients when it comes to following your dreams, making something happen that the average person deems difficult. If you truly believe it, that's step one. Step two is, the hard work that goes along with it. You can't reverse fame. You can lose all the money, but you'll never lose people knowing you. I'm here to spread a message of hope. Follow your heart. Don't follow what you've been told you're supposed to do. If I was to go to sleep before midnight, I would feel weird about myself, like I wasted a day. My most productive hours are between midnight and 5. I feel like this: whatever is in your path and in your heart, you need to do. Anything I do, I want to do it well. My fans love me for me, my beats, my rhymes. I'm a super-duper overanalyzer. You mix that with self-doubt and pressure, and that's never healthy. I do put a lot of God in my music, but not because I'm super religious. There are a lot of demons in my music, too. I acknowledge both. I was just a goofy little funny kid, who was always getting sent to the principal. It wasn't serious because I was smart. I wasn't like a true troublemaker, just rambunctious, talkative and trying to be funny. That was me in middle school. As much as it might look like, to someone else, that I'm successful, I never feel like I'm anywhere. The further I go, I still feel equally further from my eventual goal. Because as I grow, I get more goals. I'm never content. College isn't in everyone's hearts. I am living proof, though, that school doesn't mess up your plans. It gives you more experiences to write about. I was a class clown. At 12. I was definitely clowning. I was making all the jokes. But I was smart, so the teachers didn't know what to do with me. Usually I start with a beat. I start making a beat, and my producer side is making the beat. And on a good day, my rapper side will jump in and start the writing process, maybe come up with a hook or start a verse. Sometimes it just happens like that. I want people to follow their dreams, yes. But I'm not interested in telling young black kids how to be rappers. I want to show them that there's so many other paths you can take, besides a rapper or a basketball player. I want people to follow their dreams, yes. But I'm not interested in telling young black kids how to be rappers. I want to show them that there's so many other paths you can take, besides a rapper or a basketball player. I have a little bit of that gamer spirit in me. I just don't have the time to be a gamer. But in another life, I would be one. I was a huge Mike Tyson fan growing up. His fights were always on in my house. I had a lot of resistance, and not just to fame. I was always conscious of not changing. Sometimes I'd try a Mai Tai. It's so fruity. It's a little embarrassing, but I like it. One day, I'll be listening to a bunch of Ray Charles. The next day it's nothing but Red Hot Chili Peppers. The next day it might be Tupac all day. I feel like I'm a New Yorker because I really know the city. I actually tell the drivers where to go. I have this bad habit. I always question the drivers. I do that all the time because I feel like I know the best way, when really it's like, yo, man, shut up. This dude does this every day of his life. I struggled with being a broke college graduate, and while all my friends were getting career jobs, I was working horrible part-time jobs. That's why now, even when I get tired, I think, this is what I asked for. Barack Obama would not be president if he were dark-skinned. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. I might not be as successful as I am now if I was dark-skinned. I don't live for the accolades. I'm more so about the music. Making it, and putting it out. Those are the two best feelings. I started playing violin in the 5th grade. They had a program in school where you could get out of class to go play instruments. So I raised my hand, left out of class, me and a bunch of my homeboys, just to get out of class for that day. They asked what instrument you wanted to play and I picked the violin. My real dream is to have a whole, buy a whole piece of land. Imagine, a long driveway. A cul-de-sac type street, with maybe, 7 houses. Me be right here. Have my mom be able to be right here. My brother over here, my brother over here. My girl's grandmother and family right here. Friends over there. That's my real dream. I actually started off majoring in computer science, but I knew right away I wasn't going to stay with it. It was because I had this one professor who was the loneliest, saddest man I've ever known. He was a programmer, and I knew that I didn't want to do whatever he did. So after that, I switched to communications. I'm half black, half white, so I basically put it like this: I can fit in anywhere. That's why I write so many stories from so many different perspectives, because I've seen so many. In hip-hop, there's not a lot of love. There's not a lot of love being spread. It's always like I'm stunting on you raps, or I'm better than you raps. It's not a lot of yo man, I idolize you raps. I kinda like the idea of having an album that's all me. When I was in college, my girl got me a job at the doctor's office she was working at. I was a file clerk. No disrespect, but I don't think a man can do that job. It takes so much meticulous and precise file keeping. I want to be like Bruce Springsteen or something, making songs that are relevant. Producing all my own songs and refusing to go to the hot producer. That's the biggest risk I've taken so far.